Hey, what's going on, family? I hope everybody's having an absolutely incredible day. Welcome once again to another video. I'm so excited to have you here with me, and I'm extremely grateful that you took out time out of your extremely busy schedule, I'm sure, to view this short video that I promise will move the needle in your goals, your vision, and what you really want to accomplish, not only for this year, but for the rest of your life. This video, I promise you, will make a huge stride. It's truly going to move the needle in everything that you've envisioned for your life. So I want to jump right into it. I know a lot of people talk about good vibes only, right? You hear the stay woke. You see people always talking about, hey, positive thinking. And you know, what does this really do for you? You guys are going to hear me say it time and time again. You must feel good all the time. But I've had several people ask me, well, how exactly do you do that? And why exactly would I want to do that? Let's be honest. I'm not going to feel good all the time. And if I don't feel good all the time, Damon, am I not going to accomplish my goals? Well, I want to take you a little bit back in the maturation of my process. Probably about 8 years ago at this point, I remember running into a gentleman that I had heard had been successful for a really long time. He had run several businesses. He had run multi-million-dollar businesses at that time. I remember being in the mortgage industry with him and seeing him literally collect a $30,000 check in 1 month. And I just knew that he was born successful in my mind, right? This guy just knew something that I didn't know at that time. And I remember having an intimate conversation with him when I was just broke. I was a college student. I would get probably about $1,200 for a semester, which I believe was 3 or 4 months. And I would have to make that last some way, somehow, right? I think I was receiving government assistance just to get food, and my books were paid for. It was a tough situation. And I remember seeking him out. I remember having a conversation with him, and I asked him what the secret was. You know, what do I need to do? I want to be successful like you, or who I thought he was successful, right? I saw that he had a Chrysler 300. I saw that he was living in a better home than I had ever seen before, but I wasn't sure how exactly to do it. And I remember after having that conversation with him, he just kept saying to me that it's all about the feeling. It's all about you feeling good all the time. You must feel good all the time. Some time went on, and I remember coming across an audio by a guy named Kevin Trudeau. It's called The 25 Secrets of Wealth Creation. And in there, he talks about the feeling, how feelings are so important. He talks about something called the training balance scale. Whereas a lot of people think that getting success is all about the how-to. You know, what industry am I going to be a part of? If I am in that industry, what strategies do I need to apply to my business in order to be successful? How do I do it? But what he was explaining is it's not about that. He said, no. That's only 2 to 3% of the deal. He said the other 97%, 98% is your feelings. It's your emotions. It's your dreams. It's your vision. It's your goal. So my mind was just wondering, it was racing. Okay, but how do I feel good all the time? You know, how do I feel good? I know a lot of you may be watching the video right now. Maybe you may be an 8 to 4 person or a 9 to 5 person. First and foremost, how do you feel right now? How do you feel about your boss? How do you feel about your coworkers? How do you feel about going to that place of employment every single day? How do you feel about your job? How do you feel about your purpose in your life? How do you feel right now? It's extremely important. Why? Because today is literally creating your tomorrow. I want to say that again. Today is literally creating your tomorrow. I remember listening to an audio called The Strangest Secret. And in the audio, he gave the example of a person's mind, and he likened it to a vast farm, right? And you see the guy on the big machine tilling the farm and creating the rows to lay the seeds. And he said, you know what? The farmland is a lot like your mind, right? You can plant whatever you would like to in your mind, and soon you're going to have a harvest. Now, some people are going to plant negative things. Some people plant positive things. But whatever it is you plant, it's going to give you a specific feeling. And based on that feeling, that's what you will manifest in your life. Hopefully I'm not losing you too much. I didn't want to make this video esoterical, but I want to get across the point that everything that you do is predicated based on a feeling. Right? We do not get what we want out of life. We get how we feel. Thus, however you're living your life right now is based on how you felt yesterday, how you felt last year, how you felt last month. what you believed for yourself in a sense, right? So if I want to feel good all the time, well, it's going to start with words, right? It's going to start with what's happening in this moment, in this time, right now, this very second. I'm literally creating what's going to happen for me tomorrow. Now, understand this, guys. When I first heard this information, I thought it was crazy. I thought it was woo-woo. There's no way. Okay, how am I going to feel good all the time? And as I began to do a little research, I understood that it was about conditioning, right? Your feelings are the same thing as the way that you put on your pants every single day. I'm sure you don't even think about it anymore. But do you put on your pants right leg first or left leg first? Can you answer that for me? It's a habit. You don't even realize you're doing it, but I promise you, once you figure out what leg you're doing first, if you were to do the opposite, it would throw off everything, right? How do you brush your teeth in the morning? Do you brush it with your right hand or your left hand? I promise you, if you started to do everything that you do is based on a routine. Guess what? Your feelings are also based on that same routine. Have you had feelings of stress, of anxiety, of frustration, of failure? Are you used to that? So many people have a cyclic way of living. Why? Because that's what we've been conditioned to do. So we're so used to a certain feeling, guess what we end up saying? You know what? It's too good to be true. Something is bound to happen. This isn't working the right way right now. Everything has been great for a while. I know something is, it's going to go wrong. Right? That's what we've done for so long because that's what we believe. Thus, it creates a feeling, and that feeling is deciding your future. So if you don't understand anything else out of this video, what I want you to understand is it is going to start with a feeling, and how you start that feeling is with a smile. That's right. People make fun. I remember he used to tell me all the time, the gentleman I was talking about in the beginning of the video, he used to always say, I'm amazing, right? I'm absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm having a fantastic day. I remember anybody in my family, if you would ask them how they feel, if I had your head, I cut mine off. It's going, just another day, right? Another day, another dollar, right? Same toilet, different, you know what I'm saying? We would say these things not realizing that there's a feeling behind that. Well, guess what? After I learned this, every time somebody asks me how I was doing, I'm doing excellent. I'm doing absolutely amazing. Because guess what? Even though there was something in my life that may not have been right? I didn't care what was going on in my business. It's amazing. And I literally didn't have my license, right? Hey, Damon, how's everything going in your relationship? Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Everything is incredible, right? How are your children doing? They're amazing, right? Right? Hey, how's your day going? Man, it's fantastic. And I probably just got turned down by 4 or 5 people. It didn't matter because what I understood is that my today was creating my tomorrow. Every time I made a decision, it was causing a ripple effect in the future, right? If you guys have ever been to a pond before or a lake and you throw that rock and the minute that it hits the water, you see the ripples and they continue to go on forever. It's the same thing with that feeling that drops into the universe, whatever you want to call it, into the ether, creates a reaction that goes out and it sends out a feeling that will attract to you a like feeling. How do I know this? Well, do negative people hang with negative people? Probably. Do rich people hang with rich people? Probably. Do people that love to gossip hang with people that love to gossip? Probably. Do people that smoke hang out with people that smoke? Absolutely. Right? Like attracts like. I don't care what you look at. So, if I want to attract incredible things in my life, I am amazing. I feel absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful. And guess what happened? I started to apply this law in 2013. Within 1 year, I was cast into a career that it allowed me to expose the world to my gift. Within 1 year from that, made my first 6 figures. Within 2 years from that, made multiple 6 figures and created a $1 million business. Guys, this works. Okay? This absolutely works. Now, I want to take back something that I said on a Facebook post a little while ago. I remember saying very, very vividly that you cannot possibly believe that you must love what you do in order to make a lot of money. Yes, I'm admitting it. I was wrong, right? Within this context, I was wrong, because let's think about this. If you don't love what you do, if you don't have so much passion behind what you do, if you're not so excited about doing what you do, from what we just learned, how do you feel? How do you feel? Will you really do that to the best of your ability? Will you really live the fulfilled life that you're talking about? Think about guys like Steve Jobs. Think about guys like Elon Musk. Think about guys like the Damon Johns, the Zig Ziglars, they loved what they did. Anybody that's causing a ding in the universe absolutely loves what they do. What I'm doing right now is what I will do for the rest of my life, because I love it. I love talking to this little Samsung phone, right? Knowing that one day it will reach millions of people. Just simply because somebody had an impact on my life with their words, and I was able to recognize the gift that I have, and I will give it away for free because I love it. So yes, I truly believe that if you're going to have fulfillment in what you do, you have to do what you love, which we'll talk about in a completely different video as far as monetizing that and knowing your worth and different things like that. But if you can really take anything from this video, I encourage you right now to change the way you feel. And it's as easy as beginning to smile. There's no way possible, based on how the human body was made, based on your physiology, for you to smile, put your arms back, breathe in deep, and feel horrible. Somebody that feels bad, you can tell immediately when you see them. It's a quote-unquote vibe they're giving off, right? No, it's exactly how they look. If somebody's slumped over and they're looking down with a long face, are we going to say that person's excited? Absolutely not. But if we see somebody with a stride in their step and they're smiling, just cheesing, man, you probably think they just came from getting a raise. Man, that person looks good. They look excited. You can feel that way all the time. Every time you walk past somebody, why not say, hey, I'm doing absolutely incredible. What's so crazy about society now is when you stand in an elevator with somebody, it's silent. We're talking about the 97%. Watching this video, you're already a part of the 3%. Why not be in that elevator and say hello? Hey, today is amazing. How's your day going? Oh, that's incredible. I know it's going to get better for you. I met a young lady today, and I'll leave you all with this. I met a young lady today, and she began to tell me about her health. And this is a reality of many of the people that I meet every single day. And everything that she had to say about her health was just horrible. First of all, walking into the home, you could already kind of feel the vibe that they were a little down. They were going through some family things. And the minute that she began to speak about her health, she told me that she was afraid that very, very soon she is about to die. That very soon she is about to die. And I said, no, absolutely not. Do not speak that into your life. You are getting better every single day. And she kind of smiled at me and she said, well, no, honey, I have X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, just all these different ailments. And I remember one person saying that it's not the things we eat that are killing us. It's the things that are eating us that we're dying from. I encourage you right now to relieve yourself of the stress or the responsibilities of yesterday, because you can do nothing about that. That yesterday is gone. But every single moment in your present, you are creating a presence in your future. Guys, if you can conceptualize that, we will see you at the top, not from the top, because you deserve it. Have a great day, guys.